Hi, Wava teachers. I thought I would make a little video tutorial for the people who missed my how to make clip art and stickers little mini lesson so that you have it if you want to try it yourself and pause and rewind and all of that good stuff. So I'll show you how to make stickers to use in Classic, so transparent stickers and then also graphics. You can get as creative as you want. When you're going to design your own graphics, you do not need any special programs or apps. You can do everything in PowerPoint. So when I make graphics for Instagram or Teachers Pay Teachers or my website, it's always in PowerPoint. So it's super easy and you already have this program on your computer. So this is what you do. Let's say we want to make a sticker that has a picture and some writing. So I would go to Insert, and I'm just going to pick a clip art picture. And then I will size it down. I'm going to make a sticker for Classic, so I want it to be kind of small. So there's my little monster guy. And now I'm going to insert some text. So let's say we want him to say, wow. Now I'm going to change the font to make it more colorful and cute. Go to your fonts, choose your favorite. You can change the color. I'm going to make it match the monster, so I'll use my eyedropper, and he's green, so I just click on him, and it will make my writing the same color. And I want you to make the text box as small as you can, because the text box is going to be part of the sticker. So if you make a really long text box, the sticker is going to be really long. So you kind of want everything to be as consolidated as you can. All right, so now we have our sticker. You can click on all parts of the image and text. So you could do click, shift key, and then click everything that way. But here's the trick. If you just want to highlight everything, and let's say you have a bunch of stuff overlapping, well, the quickest way to do that is to click your mouse. Don't hold down any keys on your keyboard. Just click your mouse and draw an imaginary box around everything, and it'll highlight everything. And then you right click, save as picture. Call a monster. Okay, so now I have a sticker of that monster guy, and I'll show you how he's transparent. So I can just import that picture now, which you can do the same thing in Classic. You just import your guy. I made one earlier. And he's transparent. See, if I put him over this guy, he's transparent. If I draw a shape around him, you can tell that he doesn't have any text boxes or white boxes around him. So I'm just going to send this to the back. See how he's transparent? That's what you want for Classic, so that you can see through it as much as possible. All right, so that's one example. Let's say I want to make the writing arch over his head. So I'm going to write awesome and put it above his head. I'm going to center it and make my text box as small as I can. I don't want it to be too long. And now if I go up to shape format, text effects, I can choose to arch it over his head. So it can be like a little awesome, and you can make it as archy as you want. You can just mess around with it. And then I would do the same thing. I would just highlight everything, right click, save as picture, and then I will have a cute little stamp or sticker of that monster guy again. All right, so that's one example of what you could do. Also, there are fonts you can buy on Teachers Pay Teachers, especially A Primary Kind of Life, which I'll share all these fonts with you and graphics when I'm done. But you can use some fonts as graphics. So I'm just gonna blah, blah, blah. Now, if I choose APL, Primary Kind of Life, these are fonts that she has. One's called Positive Pants. One is called Praise Hands. And they're actually just cute little stamps already made. To me, they look like stamps. Isn't that cute? So I can, let me get rid of this. And let's say, oops, I just wanted to have very good for my stamp. I can make my text box as small as I want. And then I can change the color. So let's say we want it to look like a blue stamp. Well, that is a font, but you can just right click on it and you can save this as an image. You can save any font as an image. So save as picture. Very good. Putting it on my desktop. And now if I insert that into Classkick or the online school or anywhere, it's just going to be a little transparent graphic of very good. Now this one you can see has a big box around it, so I would probably crop that down a little bit, but watch, see how it's transparent? So if you put this on a Classkick page, it would look like you stamped it, which is so fun. And A Primary Kind of Life has a ton of these, so there's all different kinds. If you are doing a Classkick assignment and you noticed that kids forgot to finish a part of it, or let's say you just wanted to stamp it with like incomplete, you can do that too. You would just insert a text box and type whatever you want in there. It doesn't have to be fancy. Like let's say you just want it to say incomplete and red, like a red stamp. There you go. So I can just save this text as a picture. You can save anything as a picture, and then it will be a stamp. You just stamp it on their page and it will be transparent. So save as picture. So you guys can save text, fonts, images, a combination of all of those things. Right click, choose save as picture, and it will just be a transparent ping graphic. Isn't that fun? So here's an example of, this is something I made for Instagram, but if I highlight this whole thing, if I draw my imaginary box around this whole entire graphic, see how many parts there are? There's a box, there's text, there's images. So I have a lot of stuff on there, but as long as I overlap it the way I want, then I just save the entire thing. I highlight everything on there and it will save it as just one image with everything saved exactly how I want it. So you can get crazy. I'm telling you right now. You can, this is going to be addicting. This, let's say I wanted to, let's say this was, I drew a text box and it's in front. You probably already know this, but the way you overlap things in the order that you want, you would just click on it and say send to back, or you could send like this forward. So you just have to remember that it's like you're building on top of like a collage on top of each other. And so once you have it the way you want it, draw an imaginary box, save as picture, and then you have it forever as a graphic. Save as picture. All right. What else shall I show you? Okay, I thought of something. If you make a graphic and it's too big like this one, I still just use PowerPoint. You could crop it down in the image software that comes with your computer, or you can just crop it down in PowerPoint to exactly how you want it. Like I want my stamps and stickers for Classkick to be as tight as possible. So I would probably do it like that tight. And then you just have a new image to right click and save as picture. So let's say that you are creating a graphic and you want to put it in Classkick, but it's pasting too big. You could always open it in PowerPoint, shrink it down more, and then right click, save as picture again. I do this mostly when I draw an image for online school. Like I got this idea from Jamie, but to have lesson coming soon if I'm going to add a teacher lesson to their plan, but it's not done yet. So I can create this graphic, save as a graphic, and then, or sorry, save as a picture. And then when I put the picture into the online school, it will also be a transparent image. But for whatever reason, the online school pastes things so humongous that a lot of times I just shrink it down a little bit, and I just shrink it in PowerPoint and resave it. So if you notice things are too big, that's one trick. And then the other thing that teachers asked about, I think one of the teachers asked about in my little class, is if you make a PowerPoint and it looks super cute, and then you want to show your class, but you don't want everything to change. You want all the fonts to stay the same and all the pictures to stay where they are. In Neuro, what you do is File, and then when you save it, you have to save it as a PowerPoint picture presentation. If you save it as a picture presentation, each slide is like one big image. It'll save everything as an image and no one can change it. It's not editable once you do that, which if you wanted to sell on Teachers Pay Teachers, that's something you can do. You can create a PowerPoint and then save it as a PowerPoint picture presentation. And then the person who purchases it, they can't change it. Everything stays the same. They can add on top of it and they can crop it down, but they can't change, they physically can't change what is typed on each slide. So when you do that for Neuro, then when you upload it to Neuro, it looks exactly the way you have it because it's essentially all pictures. It changed your PowerPoint slides to picture slides. So that is a very handy tip if you are using a bunch of fonts and graphics in Neuro. All right, and here is my last sharing. So these are my favorite fonts, and these are all on Teachers Pay Teachers. I like the cutesy ones, so teachers know how to do that. The APL fonts are the ones that she has a bunch that just look like awesome little stamps, and they're already done. So you just can stamp those into your Classic. Amy Grosbach, I use all the time. KG fonts and then Perfect Blend. Those are all the PB fonts. So those are super cute. And my favorite clip art comes from Lettering Delights, Etsy, and Teachers Pay Teachers. My favorite Teachers Pay Teachers clip art is math. You can find pattern blocks. You can find graphs and charts and base 10 blocks and any manipulative you need. So go to Teachers Pay Teachers if you want to add anything math related. Just do a search for math clip art. That's my favorite. And then for just cute, colorful stickers, definitely Lettering Delights or Etsy. Go in there and just go crazy. And I apologize in advance. All right, I hope this was helpful. Let me know if you need any help or have questions. Bye. Happy creating.